against the Clippers, the Battle of Los Angeles. There, they came to the Intuit Dome, big time rivalry, Clippers, Lakers, and they gave their best effort. SP3, right? Isn't that what happened? No?
I'm just gonna say this. I think that Hulk Hogan left a jinx on the Intuit Dome that didn't allow our African American players to play well in the Intuit Dome against the Los Angeles Clippers. The Los Angeles Clippers got a little bit of that Trump dust, so they were able to absorb their blackness of all their players, and they were able to perform even after Hulk Hogan stained the Intuit Dome. So I think that the Los Angeles Lakers in the future should protest at performing at the Intuit Dome. It doesn't seem up to snuff. It doesn't seem up to par as a NBA arena, in my opinion. So I'm gonna just get it down to that. The Intuit Dome should not be an NBA arena. There should only be basketball being played in Los Angeles in Crypto.com Arena, aka the Staples Center, aka the house that Kobe built. And that's the only place that basketball should be played in Los Angeles. If the Clippers want to play basketball in Los Angeles, they cannot do it in the Intuit Dome. They have to go to San Diego. They should just be the San Diego Clippers like they were all those years ago. Yes, they were in San Diego and came to Los Angeles to try to just leech off the dynasty, off the legacy of the Los Angeles Lakers, like the ridiculous leashes that they are.
I'm sorry that Zubac got the better of Anthony Davis. The Clippers lost to the Bulls last night.
Hasn't been a good week for my Los Angeles Lakers.
They beat the Brooklyn Nets. That's a huge win. They beat the tanking Nets by 1 point because D'Angelo Russell, of course, tried to take a three when all it needed is a 2 for the win. He wanted to play hero ball and hit the 3 so we could do, the cool 3 celebration.
Trying his best.
And all he needed to do was just hit a 2-point shot. But he's like, nah, 3 points, way cooler to do. And then they ended up losing. But that's a big win for the Lakers.
That's why we traded him.
They beat the Nets. The Nets are a great team.
Hey, right? All I know is that we're in 6th place right now. We're not in the play-in. We're in a good position where we, if right now if the NBA playoffs started, we would be facing the Memphis Grizzlies. And the Memphis Grizzlies have played great, but I feel the most confident I know I would feel confident against the Rockets as well. But Houston and Memphis, more than the Oklahoma City Thunder, I would want to face out of the top teams in the top 4 teams in the Western Conference, whether it be the Nuggets or Thunder. Don't want to see either one of those teams. I want to see the Rockets and the Memphis Grizzlies. So we're in a good position. We just have to stay steady, beat the teams that we're supposed to beat, but we need to start beating some teams that are above 500, please. I would appreciate that so much. It would make it so much easier for me to talk about my Los Angeles Lakers with a smile on my face if they would just beat a team that's above 500. Damn. Seriously?
They play some trash team tonight, don't they? Who they play tonight? They play the Wizards. Yeah, very trash team, in fact.
But then we got the Celtics. We got Warriors back to back. We got the Hornets and Sixers, Wizards. Those games are winnable, but we got it. If we can get one of the ones, either Celtics game, which is the Thursday game on TNT, or Saturday against the Warriors. If we can get one of those, I will come back here with a smile on my face, regardless of if we lose a game right before FMC.
I don't know if the Warriors are good. They got smoked by the Celtics yesterday.
They're not good. And I mean, like we gotta just accept that the Warriors, the window is closed. We were asking for years. When's the window gonna close on the Golden State Warriors? It's closed.
Yeah, I don't feel bad for them. Look, the Warriors beat up on the Thunder and every single team in the league for years. So they won plenty of titles. I don't feel bad that now they are on the tail end of everything. Like, it happens in sports. Again,
they got 4 championships in a decade.
Exactly.
That was fantastic.
Exactly. They got plenty of championships. They got plenty to banners to look up to the sky to and wipe their tears with. So I don't feel bad that the Warriors suck nowadays. I hope they continue to get their asses beat whenever they play any team.
Yeah, they're not in the play-in position right now.
I hope they make the play-in though.
They're currently tied with the Phoenix Suns.
The Suns.
I would love for the Spurs to jump over both of those teams. So.
I don't want the Spurs to fully jump both those teams because I still think there's a slightly decent chance that OKC gets Chris Paul. I don't know if it comes via a trade or via a buyout, but I think we talked about this a couple of weeks ago, and my prediction was Chris Paul back to the Thunder. But I think that they have something worked out with Chris Paul of, yeah, we'll put you on a contender, whether it's a trade or a buyout if we're not in a spot. And even if they're in a play-in spot, like a play-in spot isn't great, but Chris Paul might be loyal to be like, yeah, you know, we're in a play-in spot. Let's ride with this. Like, let me see this through. I would think that he would rather have a better shot at winning a title than a potential play-in spot. But I kind of want to see the Spurs make a play-in just to see Wemby in that setting. But I also don't want to see them make a play-in because not that I'm afraid of the Spurs, but I am afraid of Wemby. Like, that dude, it's his league as early as next season. It's
in any other scenario, the Oklahoma City Thunder could have ride out a window for they'll probably be in the mix for the next decade with the way their draft picks is out, the way Shea's played, the way Chet's played, the way Jay does play. They'll probably be in the mix for a decade, but their championship window is much smaller because of one person, Victor Wembanyama. Y'all would make it to so many more. I think y'all are going to make it to so many more finals if Victor is hurt or something, or he gets traded to if Spurs are stupid enough to trade him someday to the Eastern Conference. That's the only way that your championship window can get bigger.
I still think the window is pretty open. I mean, it closes fast in the NBA, as we know.
Yes.
Wemby is obviously a great singular player. They still got to get other stuff around him, and they will. They're gonna have good draft picks. They're developed. Castle is really coming into his own, so he'll continue to develop. They'll get guys who will continue to develop and everything. But yeah, he's it's his league for as long as he wants it to be, as long as he's healthy. That dude is insane. The good thing about the way the Thunder are built is Chet's almost Wemby light if Chet can stay healthy, which is another issue. And Chet clearly gets up for those battles. He goes into those with this dude ain't better than me. That's how he plays against Wemby. He plays this dude ain't better than me. I'm going to take it to this guy. And so that helps that we have someone who can kind of go toe-to-toe with him. I think Wemby, love Chet, but I think Wemby's better. Part of it is he's been healthier and he's taller and he's just a friggin' freak of nature. And Chet's just kind of the light version of that, which is fine. Kobe was Jordan light and, he won 5 championships. So nothing wrong with being the
just gotta work harder than everybody else.
Right.
That
and
Mamba
Chet,
mentality.
And Chet, he does all of that. So that's one thing that I'm okay, you know what? We do have a guy who can kind of go toe to toe with him. So that's one thing that gives me a little bit of solace as a Thunder fan. Right now in the regular season, I gotta say, maybe it's because my team is 7 games up on this 2 seed. Just kind of bored. Just kind of I'm waiting for the trade deadline.
See, this is why you're gonna mess up my prediction. This is not the way you're supposed to be talking, Thunder fans. Y'all need to not be bored. You haven't won anything to be bored during the regular season. Y'all need to win something, win a championship, and then you can be bored with the regular
season. This is stupid. This is a dumb argument. This is a dumb argument.
Yes, it is.
At least you admit it. It's a
I
dumb
don't care. I don't care though. It's a right. It's the dumb argument can also be the right argument because y'all are talking. I'm bored, and then y'all get to the playoffs and y'all still gonna be bored the first couple rounds, and then that's how y'all get caught.
No, the play. I'm not playing these games. Who cares if the fan base is bored? The players
fans
aren't bored.
reflect how the players are thinking. I am sure of that.
That's not true at all because the Thunder team, they go out there and they smoke teams. Like they played the Nets. They didn't have a reason to get up for that Nets game. Like guys were hurt. We're missing 3 starters right now. There was no reason to get up for that. They smoked the Nets. Absolutely dominated. This team, like the team is not bored at all. The team goes out there and handles business. Look, the Cavs game, we talked about the game a couple of weeks ago. Maybe we didn't talk. We talked in the preview. That was a close game that OKC lost. It's like, oh, could really use Hartenstein or could really use Chet in that game. They did the rematch in OKC without Hartenstein and still no Chet. Smoked them. Absolutely dominated them. No, the team is not bored at all. As a fan, I'm not even... Maybe bored's even the wrong word because like I'm excited for games because the team is so good. Like I literally just messaged my buddy Sammer before we went on air. I was like, I'm upset there's no game tonight. Like I like watching this team play, even if like it's against a bad team. And it's like, yeah, we're probably gonna win this game. Like I just like watching the team play.
I was liking last week because we had free NBA League Pass on Sling. That was great. Great stuff. I was watching a bunch of games. Did you see the dunk of the year that didn't count?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god. I watched it in real time. Oh my god. I had my boy over. We jumped out of the seat. We were like, oh shit. I was like, it didn't count. It didn't count.
Yeah.
The dunk of the year and it didn't count.
Why? What's the big deal about it? It literally accounted for 0 points. It was
crazy.
cool.
That was cool. That's so cool.
It was cool, but like it didn't count. I do like that people were like, "Oh, Wemby didn't really try. He jumped." Look, if he jumped, he tried.
Exactly.
If he didn't want to try,
if he jumps, he's 10 feet tall.
Yeah. If he didn't want to try, he would have moved out of the way or just kind of stood there. He jumped. So he jumped, he tried in my mind. So it was a shame that it didn't count. They should have just counted it on the basis of cool shit happens. So we got to count this.
Like I never count John Stark's dunk on Michael Jordan because Michael Jordan didn't really jump, but he was just there. But yeah, Wemby definitely jumped. We got a bunch of people watching, almost 1,700. If you haven't already, drop a thumbs up on the video. We appreciate y'all for joining us live. Since we have so many people watching, we do have an announcement. Me and Jeremy, we had creative differences.
I've been like teasing this on.
I just to let you know, I watched the TNA Genesis post show, and
I'm sorry,
Jensen let the cat out the bag already. So
did he?
Yeah, that's why I was gonna set it up for you to pass it to you to do the honors. I wasn't gonna announce it myself. I was just gonna set it up and then pass it to you so you could say something about it because he already put it on the bigger platform because that was on the main channel.
Oh, all right. Well, I've been teasing on In the Weeds of like, oh, we're going to do a big announcement coming at February. It's been like the landscape of In the Weeds changes forever. And I even told Jensen, because Jensen, like on the last episode of Spotlight, he's like, oh, do you want to tell people about like the time change? It's like, no, not yet. Like kind of like setting this up and everything. So I was at the end of this show, I was going to be like 2 weeks, big announcement. And I was gonna basically say
next week.
Well, yeah, next week. It was gonna be like next week's gonna be the last FMC ever, is what I was gonna basically bill it as. So,
you need to put that in the headline, like put it on the spotlight. Last FMC ever.
I'm still just gonna tease it. I don't care. Like, we're there's only gonna be 2 more episodes of FMC this week and next week. That's it, folks, and we're ending the show forever. You're never going to hear from SP3 on this channel again.
I'm done, guys. I'm retiring. You know, they sent Denise Salcedo off. They gave her a gold watch for her retirement from Fightful.
Did you get a
They
gold
gave me
watch?
they
Shit.
gave me a hot dog and a smile. That's all I got.
You can get chips. You can get a bag of chips with a hot dog at the very least. Well, we can afford that.
A bag of chips, a hot dog, and a smile, and a pat on the back. It was like, good job. It was like, you've been on Fightful Overbook. Congratulations. Congratulations.
We ain't got the budget. We ain't got the budget for a gold ring or gold watch. You kidding me? We ain't got the budget for all this kind of stuff. We got hot dog and chips. That's all we can do. Sorry.
No, but we are today, because I'm usually the person that runs down what we're going to talk about. So we'll give you our top 3, bottom 3 for the NBA. We're going to give you our hottest takes. When Cher gets here, I do think that we need to have a live on air discussion, because I really feel like we need a non-wrestling show still. And I know we talked about this, me and you, but we need to have it with all 3 of us, and we need to have it with the people. The people are a part of what we do, what we've been doing here every Tuesday for our last couple of years. So I think that they should have a vote in like what we would call if we were to put together a non-wrestling show on this channel that we pre-record. We were pre-recorded, guys. We were pre-recorded because we can't do it live if we're doing. If this man's doing FMC 5 days a week, like he's freaking on First Take and shit. He's Stephen A. Smith, just doing it with different correspondents.
We're just you know what we're gonna end up doing. We're gonna do FMC, but we're just gonna tape it and we're gonna air it on Saturdays. That's all we're gonna do.
Perfect. That's perfect.
But it's just going to be reality stuff. It's not going to be no basketball.
It should be like fighting reality or Fightful reality. Something we should come.
We're just going to rename it. Okay.
Yeah, we got to rebrand. We got to rebrand. We got to let this. The FMC is the live experience. They've had the live experience. We got to rebrand something brand new. But I'm gonna seriously need y'all to start watching The Traitors. And yes, I'm not only talking to Jeremy. I'm talking to all of y'all, because The Traitors is the #1 reality show in the land. And this is a teaser. I just got permission to write about The Traitors in one of the big outlets. So if you know me, you probably already know what I'm talking about. But
Wrestle Talk is gonna have Traitors talk.
I know, right? They really want me to talk about The Traitors. The UK is talking about the UK. The Traitors UK is just as good. It's awesome. It's actually awesome.
I'm gonna start watching it. My problem right now is 1, time. 2, like at night, I don't like getting into something deep. So I've just been rewatching Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I'm about done with Brooklyn Nine-Nine. So once I finish that, I will go through The Traitors and I'll try to make it a point to watch this at night. That is my mission statement to you, is I will watch The Traitors after I finish my Brooklyn Nine-Nine watch, which should be in the next, pretty sure I'm on the last season because it's after the pandemic and they're going, cops are bad now. So I'm pretty sure it's not lasting much past this season.
I love that. I do need to do like some type of podcast to talk with Steven Jensen, because I think one of the shows we've mentioned on here before, Abbott Elementary, they did that It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia episode.
Yeah, I gotta watch that.
I was like, I gotta talk about that episode just with Steven Jensen, just maybe pre-recorded podcast or something.
The wife and I gotta watch that. She's a big Always Sunny fan. We watched Abbott Elementary for a couple of seasons, and then life happened and we got busy and we stopped watching it. So we should probably pick back up on that at some point.
Been pretty good. Season 4, they had that episode. That was a lot of fun. It's a different type of vibe now because the relationships have changed. So, yeah, good stuff on that.
Anything else from basketball? Is there anything going on? The trade deadline's in a couple of weeks. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Does Jimmy Butler get traded?
Yes.
I'm going to say no.
Really? I don't think they can continue with him.
Say no.
I just... They're in a play-in spot right now. Like, they're not good. They're not a great team. They're not... Butler doesn't want to be there. He's playing like he doesn't want to be there. I don't think he's helpful to the team, honestly. No. Like, he had 8 points the other night. He's not really shooting the ball. He's passing, good on him. Like he's trying to be kind of a playmaker for him, but he's not worth the $40 million headache right now. Not when you can get guys who can come in, can contribute more, and actually want to be there. It seems like Phoenix is the leader, but you got to do like a 3-team trade because the Heat rightfully don't want Bradley Beal back. So there's got to be some type of 3-team trade out there. I don't know how that looks, but I think he gets traded. I think they get it done. We've seen teams get these deals done in the past. Kevin Durant to the Suns is a big example of these teams find a way to get these superstar deals done if a guy wants out during the season. James Harden last year when he wanted out of Philadelphia, like they find a way to get it done middle of the season. I think they get it done.
All right. I don't know. There's something that just a feeling that I have. I don't think they're gonna make that trade, and we'll probably have to go through the rest of the year with Jimmy Butler playing like this, where he doesn't care. But we shall see what happens with the Jimmy Butler trade. But what do you want to do first? Hottest takes or top 5, bottom 3, or top 3, bottom 3?
I mean, we can do top 3 and bottom 3. I don't know how much like it's the same every week for me.
Yeah,
so
pretty much the same for me. It's usually 3 of 5 teams that I'm gonna mention in this top 3, bottom 3. So not much changing for me. I'll just run through it then. My top 3 this week. Number 3, let's go with the Boston Celtics. Number 2, we're going to go with the Cleveland Cavaliers, 36-6, still the best record in all of the NBA, number 1 in the Eastern Conference. But number 1, thanks in large part to that victory the last time that we talked about the big matchup that we had on the show last time was Cavs versus Thunder. Thunder went out there and smacked those dudes. They had the loss to the Dallas Mavericks this week, but other than that, a good week for them. Really just going out there. Yeah, the Thunder.
Oh, yeah. We didn't have Shea or Dub. The Mavs fans are annoying. I don't like them.
I'm going to go with, the Oklahoma City Thunder, number 1 this week.
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Go ahead, bottom 3.
We're good. Bottom 3. All right. The Wizards have lost 10 straight. If they beat the Lakers tonight,
oh, dear. Why are you putting that in the air? Why would you say something like that? Who says that? Who says that?
If they beat the Lakers tonight, there's got to be punishment.
I hope your mom doesn't get hit by that car. Like, why would you put that in there? Why did you put that in there?
There's got to be punishment for you, SP3.
Oh, my God.
There's got to be punishment. I don't know what it's going to be, but we got to figure something out. Can you do you have access to eat something that's really bad?
I've already ate things that are really bad on air because my daughter loves to mix up foods and stuff.
True. Well, we should do that. We should have Harlan make a concoction for you.
Oh, God. I don't. She always uses ketchup for everything, even with milk. It's weird.
All right, SP3 is going to eat a Harlem special.
Oh, God.
If the Lakers lose to the Wizards.
Please don't lose.
Nice. You better tell LeBron to get his shit together against the Wizards.
I'm gonna message LeBron now.
They can't lose to the Wizards. That team sucks.
I would hope not.
That team's awful. Just a terrible, terrible basketball team. Anyway, the Wizards are at the very bottom. After that, the Jazz and the Raptors are the other teams because, the Pelicans have won 4 straight. They're kind of turning things around. The Trailblazers are playing competent basketball. The Hornets just beat the Mavericks yesterday. The Raptors aren't good. Bunch of injuries. And the Jazz, they've lost 3 straight. They ain't very good either. I should put the Sixers in there, honestly. They're not bottom of the. They're not like worse than the Nets. They've lost 6 straight games, dude. That team's not good either. The Thunder play them tomorrow, so hopefully that goes well for us. I don't know if Embiid's ever gonna play again. Like, I'm not joking. I don't say that. Like, I'm not the biggest Embiid fan in the world. I just don't know if he's gonna like play at a high level anymore. There's always an injury issue with him, which has followed him throughout his whole career. But when he's been on the court, he's been largely like effective over the years. But he's 30 now. Like the injury wear and tear on his body, it doesn't seem like he can stay healthy for more than like literally one game. I just don't know if he's gonna be an effective player anymore. I just don't. So I don't think the Thunder play them. I was looking at their schedule. They play Denver tonight, which should be a marquee game, but it's really not. It's Denver probably smacking around the Sixers.
Well, Jokic gets a 30-point triple-double.
Yeah, that's what it is. Like maybe Maxey will keep the Sixers in it. Paul George may or may not show up. I don't know. I have no idea with Paul George anymore. Good for him making, $30 million, $40 million to podcast. It's good money if you can get it.
Hey,
Did you see him? Did you see him on his podcast where he was like, "Oh, I was thinking about going to Detroit and teaming up with Reggie and Andre Drummond." That team would have sucked.
Yeah.
That's like a good 7th seed. Paul George, Reggie Jackson, Andre Drummond. I'm pretty sure they were
a good 7th seed in a bad Eastern Conference.
Yeah, like he's made it sound one. This dude wasn't thinking about going to Detroit. Come on now. Paul George wasn't going to Detroit. Get out of here.
Wait. Paul George has a podcast?
No. His podcast is hilarious because he just says stuff, man.
I never listen. I see him on the timeline. I just scroll right past. I never listen.
It's so funny.
I would listen to Gilbert Arenas. I listen to Jeff T.
Gilbert Arenas podcast sucks.
Yeah,
I don't know that dude.
It does. It's not good. KG's got the best.
I do like Kevin
player podcast.
Yeah. I do like Kevin Garnett's podcast. That is a good podcast. Yeah. Nah, Paul George's podcast is funny because he just says stuff that isn't true. Like him saying he's going to Detroit. And he doesn't really give you too much insight. His interviews are good. I will give him that. He does some pretty good interviews, but I don't know why these guys got podcasts in the middle of the season. It makes no sense to me. Doesn't.
Hot Mike. Draymond's podcast used to be fun, especially when the Warriors were in the playoffs, and he used to do it back at the hotel. That's when his podcast was at is peak.
Yeah, I just don't know why these guys are podcasting during the regular season. What? Don't you have better things to do than a podcast? Go study some film or just nap. You know what I mean?
JJ Redick had to go be a coach to stop.
JJ Redick quit it. Yeah, at least he quit his podcast. He's
after 3 episodes.
Yeah, that podcast was good too. It's a shame.
It was.
He stopped doing it. JJ was like, I don't have enough gray hair. Let me coach a basketball team.
Let me get old a bit. I'll be just fine. But my hottest take this week, I'm just gonna keep it simple. And I'm just going to go with probably the hottest take of the year. Nikola Jokic will not win the NBA MVP.
Is that a hot take?
Yeah,
okay.
It is.
Right.
It is. Everybody and their mama is already gifting him another MVP.
Shea's the favorite right now.
4th MVP.
Shea's the favorite right now. He's the betting favorite.
I know he's the betting favorite, and I know the ranking has him number 1, but it goes up and down each week. If Jokic has another 40-point triple-double, he'll be number 1 again. And if the Nuggets get to the 3rd or the 2nd seed,
they're the 3rd seed now.
No, they're 4th seed.
Are they? Okay.
Yeah, Memphis is 3rd.
Oh, right, true. Yeah, they're right there though. They're
right there.
Yeah, it was looking a little dire for a while, but they've actually their offense has now really figured things out, and their defense is competent enough to where they can get enough stops to let their offense roll.
Just too bad that Jamal Murray's cooked.
And he's I don't know about Jamal Murray.
He let it, man. People need to understand. Sometimes these players will get out all of their superpowers in one series, and that's what Jamal Murray did in the playoffs when they won the championship. He let out all his superpower. He has no more superpowers.
Is that what happened to Anthony Davis in the bubble? I was just asking a question. SB3 can't sit here and tell me that Anthony Davis didn't turn into some Super Saiyan in the bubble where all of a sudden he shot 60% from 3, and I don't know if he's hit a 3-point shot since then.
He got a COVID shot and he started playing like that. Like maybe he should get another one.
That man all of a sudden turned into prime Dirk Nowitzki with his 3-point shot, and he can't shoot from 3.
He hasn't hit one since.
Just an absurd shooting display in the bubble. Career 29% 3-point shooter. And that bubble season, he shot 38%. 38% from 3.
Lovely. Thank you for reminding me, sir.
I
just want to put out a damn hottest take, and this guy got to drag me. Why are you telling people your hottest take, Jeremy?
My hottest take is I'm gonna like double down or hedge on like a previous hottest take, and because I'm pretty sure I said the Bucks won't make the playoffs, and that take looks really stupid right now. I'm gonna like hedge and say the Bucks will make the Eastern Conference Finals. That's where I'm gonna go. Eastern Conference Finals, Milwaukee Bucks. After saying they would not make the playoffs in November.
I love that. He was like, I'm gonna hedge my bet. He's like, that was looking bad, so let me cash in on this one. That's smart. That's a smart play right there.
I apologize, Remorse Betrayal, for my pronunciation of Saiyan. I don't know how to say it. Isn't it Super Saiyan? Saiyan? How are you supposed to say it? Super Saiyan? Yeah. Is it just Saiyan like that? Oh, okay. My bad. I don't watch Pokemon. Sorry, man. What's happening?
Pokemon? It's not Pokemon. That's Dragon Ball Z.
Isn't it not Pokemon? They evolve into Super Saiyan.
No, Super Saiyan is definitely Dragon Ball Z. It's not.
No, Charmander evolves into what's the second one?
I know this is gonna. Someone should clip this and piss off some anime fans.
Charmander evolves into
Charizard.
No,
Charizard's the last one.
Yeah,
it's Charmander.
Yeah,
then it's.
See, you don't know either.
Yeah, I don't.
I
stopped watching when I was like 10.
It goes.
I know there's Bulbasaur and
Bulbasaur. That's
Bulbasaur.
Power Rangers.
Bulbasaur.
Charmander goes sane. Charmander goes sane into the next thing. Charmeleon. That's his name. I did Google it.
Charmeleon.
So Charmander, he goes Saiyan into Charmeleon, and then he goes Super Saiyan into Charizard. Isn't that how it works?
I'm pretty sure that's not how it works.
What are you talking about?
Never heard Super Saiyan in reference to Pokemon. No. Can't say I have.
I'm pretty sure I'm right here.
Can't say I have.
No. I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure you're wrong, but okay.
I'm gonna clip this because it's hilarious to me. I know it's Dragon Ball Z. I'm not that like. I just froze.
Yeah, you did. I love the smart look at his face. But he changed the background. Okay, that means it's time for Cher.
What I was saying before I froze. Hello, Cher. what I was saying is like, I know it's Dragon Ball Z. I'm not that naive and disconnected. I did not know I thought the pronunciation was Super Saiyan. I didn't realize it was Super Saiyan. I don't know that much about the Dragon Ball Z. I know it wasn't Pokemon. But then I decided to lean into it and just go full bore with it. But now I'm going to clip it because I think it's funny and just make it that, yeah, the evolution of Pokemon is going Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan,
Super
right?
Saiyan. he goes Saiyan to this, and then he goes Super Saiyan.
Cher, Delaware, how you doing? It's been a while.
It's been a while.
I'm freezing. How are you guys?
What's your weather like?
It is -4 here right now.
Oh, it's -5 here. We got
Damn.
It's not a competition, but it's terrible. Our pal
It's
Jake Shaw's
miserable.
not in the chat. I don't think, at least I haven't seen him, but he was posting that it's like -10 where he's at, and it's supposed to get down to like -20 later on this afternoon for him. It's awful. Absolutely
My kids
awful.
had to go to school today too.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, they canceled school for us. Yeah. Like once
Yeah,
they get
had to go to
below,
school.
if it's below temperatures, they're like, all right. Because it was like -2 on like Friday, and they're like, yeah, we don't care. You're coming to school. Like, it's like, is that 2 degrees really going to make a huge difference to where, it's instead of 0, it's 2, so you still have to go. But if there was 2 degrees less, we wouldn't make you go. But they didn't make them go.
Yeah,
today.
it's
They've already
idiotic.
canceled tomorrow.
But we used all 5 of our remote learning days and then had to use a snow day on top of it.
Oh.
So the school board is like, nope, they have to go. They're like, no matter what, they're making them go now. So, and it's supposed to be really cold tomorrow too, but then it's supposed to start getting warmer. So
I went out at like 7:00 last night because I made a grocery run because I needed some Oreos. And it was I was like, do I want to go tomorrow or do I want to go tonight? And I decided I was just going to go tonight because I was like, yeah, that like extra 10 degrees is going to make a difference. And it probably did. I've not gone outside today. I refuse to go outside.
It's terrible.
The wife tried to help like take the trash out last night, and I sucked the kids on her. I was like, go stop, prevent her from helping me. So one of the kids, like, she's trying to like button up her jacket, and the kid just like undid the jacket. And then the other one was like threw themselves like in front of her feet, so that way she couldn't move. My little partners in crime there. Love them.
I had to take our trash around because we keep it at the back of the house, and I have to take it all the way around to the road at the front of the house. And I got back inside and I was like, I can't breathe. Like, it's so cold.
Oh, it's terrible. Absolutely terrible.
It's only 14 degrees and feels 8 degrees in New York.
All of it's just miserable. Like,
heat wave over there.
This.
Yeah, compared to you guys. But in New York, the cold and the heat always feel worse than everywhere else in the world.
Nah.
I'm sitting here with a heating pad on my lap right now because I'm so cold. Like, what this temperature is, once you get cold, you're not getting warm. Like, you are just going to be cold. So I'm just sitting here.
We've missed a few episodes of the challenge, and I know that's been like the only thing I put in the headline because I didn't know how much basketball we were really going to talk. But do we even want to like recap the finale? Because I'm angry.
Swimming. There was a lot of swimming.
There was a lot of swimming. Yes.
If you want to know what the finale was, it was swimming,
swimming.
Singing, and counting coins.
Yeah.
It was a lot of swimming, a lot of Kylan sucking, a lot of
with a smile
Jordan
on his face.
With a smile on his face, though. A lot of
helping the
Jordan.
girls.
Helping Michelle a lot. And Jordan whooping people's ass and never getting a second place. Derek keep on trying, and in the end he made it. Bananas being a jerk. Tori sucking and singing. She was singing that song. Girl, sing that song. Sing that song, girl.
And Tori missing her count by 1,000.
But see, sleep deprivation.
I want to go to bed.
Sleep deprivation will do that to you, you know? Like,
I think what happened was she got to like 2,999 instead of going to 3,000. She went to 4,000. I think that had to have been what happened.
That makes sense.
Like I said, I told you guys in the chat, if that was me, I would have just put all those coins in there as fast as I could, not counted, just guessed, and got sleep. because they needed the sleep more than they needed anything else in that point. Like,
Especially
I mean,
her, because she had
yeah.
just done the elimination.
She had gotten last in so many already, and then does that and gets last again, and is the last one away.
She wanted to give up right there and there, and TJ was like, "Nah, you can't give up. You're not a quitter." Just for her to not win anything in the end. That's evil. That's cruel and unusual punishment. She had no way to win at that point when she wanted to just quit. And TJ talked her into, gaslit her into continuing just for her to get 4th place and win no money.
Yeah. Because we didn't have a 2nd place.
Oh my God.
And nope, we did not. We did not have a 2nd place. We had 2 1st place because of the damn karma vote, which the karma vote is not a karma vote. I wish they wouldn't even call it that. It's a popularity contest.
It's a popularity contest. And as I said in the chat, somebody like Michelle gets screwed on that. Somebody who has been sent in countless times and has to nominate other people. Yeah, if that person gets sent home that week, they're going to be pissed. They're going to give you a 1 because you did that to them. Like, it was stupid. It made no sense. And the thing was, okay, if you're going to let Rachel and Jenny split the number 1 prize, they're going half and half. Cool. What happened to all the money that was supposed to go to 2nd place? So, like, the challenge just gets to keep that? They
put it in the pile for the 1st place.
It was stupid. Like, it should have been, she got 2nd place. Like, I felt so bad for her. And even on the reunion when she was like, you could tell she was just heartbroken over that. I felt so bad for her.
Because Rachel is, I mean, I've never seen a challenge season where I went in anticipating this person being there. They played a good game for like 90% of the time, but that 10% of them basically bootlicking the worst person on the challenge and then standing up there at the reunion acting like she's a real winner, her best friend calling one of the other winners not worthy of being a winner when she is right next to the person who didn't deserve to win. This is ridiculous. What are we doing? And like, Michelle had no way to win a karma vote. No way. Like you said, she kept getting thrown into the elimination. Thus, she had to keep making targets. 2, she's already in the 4th era. She doesn't know anybody. 3, she's from Survivor. She's not even an MTV person.
And of course, Rachel was going to get the most because everybody in her damn era got sent home. So they all gave her high, like, I mean, that was...
Gave her 5.
Yeah, the whole thing was stupid. It was... we've discussed this over and over. I didn't like it. I thought it was dumb. It was like in All Stars when they basically rigged it for Laurel to win. Like, it was...
There's back-to-back finals where it feels like a rigged job.
Yes, it was idiotic. And Rachel didn't deserve the win. She just didn't. Like... So it made me mad anyway, but then the way that she acted at that reunion, like the facial expressions, her rolling her eyes over Devin and Michelle and everything. And I'm like, really? Like, you're over sidled up with bananas and you're going to act like that? Like,
her being like, oh, because we got to split it and because it was a tie, I felt better about it. Like, if I had just jumped you, I wouldn't have felt as good about it. Okay. So look.
But you jumped Michelle.
Yes. We've talked about it. The finale was a tie. It was Rachel and Jenny. When they announced this, the first thing I did in our group chat, I was like, it's a tie. Fuck this. This is bullshit. I was so mad. We watched this whole season. This was, you know what really summed it up? Tina, the first thing on the reunion when she's asked, how do you think the challenge?
This is edited. This is not live. How did they leave that?
So Tina is asked, Maria Menounos is the host, and she's asking, like, 40 seasons, celebrated a lot of history. How do you think the challenge has evolved over time? And Tina's like, it's shit. And everyone's like, what? And like, you could like it's sort of facetious, but it's also because like she's like mad or whatever that she lost, but they let it linger and it took her so long to actually like get to the explanation of like, no, it's definitely like changed and because it's this, and this now and this how it's involved. But she was not lying when she said
10 toes down.
It's shit. Because that's how I felt watching this whole season, which we were all very excited for. We were like, all the different eras. They're bringing back people we know. They're bringing back all the best competitors. This is going to be so good. And then the finale came and they did the tie. I felt as a viewer so let down and so cheated by this finale that it was just this swimming portion. And it's like, oh, let's sleep divide them. And then the karma vote. This felt like Big Brother to me. Big Brother, you win because of the relationships you form and you get people to vote for you at the end. And who played the best game? And the challenge is not about that. It's not about that. It's about beating people and proving you are better than them. And the relationships that you form in the game, that influences eliminations. That's how you get people to stay out of elimination. That's how you get people sent into elimination. And then in elimination, you settle it. That's what you do with your relationships. You don't then rely on them to vote for you and give you advantages in the finals. It felt so cheated when watching this. It's like, I felt bad for Michelle because she beat a bunch of people, so she didn't get. I even felt bad. I'm not one to defend Johnny Bananas. Like it didn't. On the guy side, the karma vote didn't really matter. Yeah, so like at least they're like good on that. But when you talk about the karma vote, when Laurel's give a Bananas like a 1, like the karma vote, now I don't know if they're going to do this again, but now that you know how it influences things, like, people are just going to give people 1s and 5s and everything. But, I don't think you can go back to it, but I felt a little bad.
It's literally arbitrary because there's no rules being set in of we have a karma vote and it's going to be worth 2 checkpoints. Like, even if you don't want to let the contestants know, let us as the viewer know that. Because to me, when we get told, the karma vote's going to influence things at the end, and we're not told how many checkpoints it's supposed to be, it feels like the production gave Rachel the win. That it was just like, okay, how do we do this math? How many checkpoints do we need the karma votes to be to make this a tie for Rachel to win?
And not showing us what every single person gave to the other people. Like, they should have put up a thing that was like Bananas and showed every single person and what they gave Bananas. Because, and I know Tina had posted like on Twitter, she was like, I want to know what every single person gave. Like, because 1, people are going to lie about what they gave to other people. But 2, like the Laurel situation, like I think that it's something that we should be able to see, but they're not going to do that because they can manipulate it that way. I mean, the whole thing, I absolutely agree with you. And if they want to do that Big Brother bullshit and have it be, what's the thing that Big Brother does that like the one person gets like money because they get like the favorite
that's
the
viewer vote. That's the viewer vote.
Yes. If they want to do something like a karma vote, okay, then have that be a different prize. Like, if you got the top for the karma vote, then you get $10,000. Even if you got 4th place, you get, you get something for that. That would have been fine. That the person with the best karma, but to have it be Rachel, who did not perform well.
No, she did not.
Jump Michelle and then tie Jenny in the final. Like, I mean, we said it didn't change the men's. If it had changed the men's and made Jordan not win, I would have flipped out because Jordan smoked those men. Like, that would have been insane if it would have happened that way. And that's, I think that if they were going to do it, they should have made it a separate thing. I sent the pictures to you of the karma votes, but like Rachel had the top vote. Jenny had the least. Jenny got the least amount in karma. Rachel had the top. Okay, give her something else. Why does she get to jump from 3rd to 1st for that? Like that made no sense to me whatsoever.
I don't like when it's not like the last time that they did this with the the voting thing, and it basically screwed over Cara, and Laurel ended up winning on that. Why are we influencing the finale in this way? Like, why are we like these people worked all season, however they got there. Why are we influencing the finale in this way? Like, it's the challenge. It's about who's the best challenger. And they prove that in the finals. The finals are already tough enough as it is because they add like days and everything they've added to it over the years. Why are we doing voting stuff to influence the finale and giving people advantages and disadvantages? Like, you got there. You're going to prove if you're the best by now outlasting the others in this whole thing. I don't like when I like when it's crossing the line and like whoever crosses the finish line first wins. Yeah. But I would also like that to be a fair way to do it. Obviously, if you're going to do checkpoints and, hey, you were last at this checkpoint, so this person gets a head start. Fine. That's still at least within the final. Not, hey, you get a 30-minute disadvantage because this person gave you a low score. That's stupid.
And I think that they do the checkpoints because then they can manipulate it. Yeah. Like, they can change it. When we watch seasons like, I don't remember which X's it was, the one with CT and Diem, where CT was dying climbing up that mountain. Like, you see that, like, we have to get there or people are going to pass us. Like, you're watching it thinking like, oh my God, who's going to get there first? They can't manipulate that because the people are there. They know who's getting there first. It's not based on points.
I much prefer that type of final.
Me too.
Like, but even with those, we've gotten manipulation. Take your point, Spies, Lies, and Allies, where they did that stupid shit of, okay, we're going to start it off individual. Then you're going to be into 4-team teams. Yeah. Then the losing team does an elimination. The winner of the elimination gets to pick from the team that won to pick who their final partner is going to be. And that's why KC wins the championship before Tori, because Tori was about to win. Tori killed that final, and then she got screwed over. And it came down. Jordan did an interview on the Zach Nichols podcast. Yes, Zach Nichols has a podcast, Jeremy.
Wait. Hold on.
Don't you do it?
Hold on. Zach has a podcast?
He said that after season 24, Rivals 2, they changed the contract for them. Before Rivals 2, it was a competition show. So they had to give you the rules of what they're going to do. He said after Rivals 2, it was made into a reality show, which means that production can manipulate the show in any way they want.
Yeah. The thing is, like, we were talking about the different kinds of finals. I get that they don't want it to be the same every time. Like, I understand that. You want it to be different. But I hate the seasons where it goes from we're running solo to then we're running in a group to then we're running like this to then, like, this season, they were grouped, but they were still individuals. Like, it made sense the way that it was set up because you want your era to win, but your era can throw you in too. I hate anything where we're changing, okay, in the final, well, we're going to be partners with these two. And then the next checkpoint, you're going to be partners with this other person. And like, no, let them, if I'm going into the season with someone as my partner, that's my partner until the end. Like the new All-Stars, that's going to be Rivals. They better end the game as rivals. If we're going in as rivals, end it as rivals. Like, that's the whole point of a rival season, is that they're supposed to have to work together the whole time. That's the whole point of an X's season. Like, X, whatever this season, I think it's Rivals. But
yeah, it's Rivals.
Like, it just makes me so mad when they do that. And it's like, they think it makes it more entertaining, and all it does is frustrate the fans. Like, that's
literally, they think that, the more episodes we have, the more people will like it and watch.
This season was too damn long.
This season was like 5 or 6 episodes too long, and those last 5 or 6 episodes ruined what I thought was going to be a great season. Like 2/3 of the way through this season, I was having a great time. We had the OGs at the beginning. We had the little bump in the road with the whole Cara and Laurel stuff, but you know, the Bananas versus Tori rivalry, that was a bunch of fun. It was fun seeing new people rise up, like your Kylands, your Michelles, and stuff like that. It was a lot to take from this season, but the last couple of episodes just leave you with a bad taste in your mouth, and that final is one of the worst results in challenge history.
Mm-hmm. And I will say, I hate when they do the reunion as 2 parts. It's stupid. Just
It does not need to be 2 parts.
Make it 2 hours. Make it one episode that's 2 hours long or whatever. It's so stupid to have it be 2 parts. The Amanda thing was stupid, and I like Amanda. Like, I think Amanda's entertaining. Why not just have her there? Why not just have? Why do you have to have her come out like that? And then the whole thing with her was like maybe 3 minutes long. Like,
and why didn't she sit with any of her era?
So she's sitting over by, like, the whole thing was stupid. I mean, it just didn't make any sense. And then we have to rehash stuff that's already happened. Like, Cara was so over that whole thing with Laurel, and Laurel has no accountability for anything that she does ever.
My
so
God. Well, God bless you. God bless. Yo, she was like a freaking inspirational quote meme. Like, that's all she was able to. She had no discernible thoughts. She couldn't explain her actions, why she goes so low into things. All she could explain was the argument with Michelle, but she couldn't explain why you had to take things to that level. And Johnny Bananas, if you don't sit your 50-year-old dumbass freaking being a foot fetish obsessed, freaking trying to break up happy marriages, can't keep a good girl if it life depended on it because you're too busy being a pervert on fucking elevators and fucking airplanes, you creep. If you don't sit your ass down and shut the fuck up. I mean, why are you talking?
He was trying to even antagonize them when he was like, so is it like all her fault, or do you, and Cara was like, no, it's both of us. Like, I'm not saying, and you could tell that he was like, because he wanted her to say that she didn't accept any responsibility in it, and she didn't, and you could tell that he was frustrated by that. And I'm like, this is so stupid. I mean, she was obnoxious during the whole reunion anyway, when she's like yelling over people and everything. I'm like, God.
And when she's being a pick-me, when Tina's talking shit about Jordan, no, he's not. And Tina had to say, shut your fucking ass up. I wasn't talking to you.
And she did.
Like, even though I didn't agree with Tina was the best part of this reunion.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Tina was fantastic.
Yeah, and like, I did love that she admitted, like, no, I'm mad because he sent me in, and he was like, you know what? That's real. That's
and
okay.
this is why we needed Tina on this season, like, because she will play stuff up, but then she'll be real and be like, no, I'm just mad because they voted me out.
And I mean, like, the Anissa Rachel thing was stupid. Anissa thinking that she was going to get saved when everyone on that team wanted her to be sent in, like. They know that you're the one dragging them. And Brad, even, like, I thought that the way that he approached that was very like a politically, like, no, I would have been upset. Like, he was trying to calm her down. Anissa's just a big baby. She's been on this show for 47 years, and she thinks that every person should be every person's number one.
She has so many best friends. I feel like I have seen the same scene at several other reunions. Literally, I think she gave the same speech to CT. CT is not your friend. He is not your friend. Y'all have just done the same show for a lot of years. I used to work with people for a lot of years. Some of them I don't talk to. So, like, what are we talking about? Y'all just work at the same place. Why are you acting like
you
this?
are co-workers. Like, you got
co-workers. That is your ex. Why are you mad at your ex for not picking you?
Yeah, she's like, we dated. Okay, girl, you have dated everybody on this show at this point. Like, that whole thing was stupid. It was the whole time I was like, oh my God, can we get past this? Like, I don't care about this at all. I felt really bad for, like I said before, Michelle, when she was talking about everything. And then the relationship thing, like, I thought the Olivia Theo thing was cute. Them, like, they're still together or whatever. But the Michelle Devon thing made me feel really bad for her, and Bananas like trying to insert himself into it and everything. Like that was uncomfortable. That was just like, oh God. And I'm so sick of seeing Bananas' feet. Why? Why does that man have to take his freaking, and I will say, I don't remember if it was on this episode or the preview for the next one where they have the wings on the Bananas Angels. Rachel and Aviv and
Laurel.
Jenny all have wings. And Laurel's like, "Where's my wings?" Laurel, they don't want you. They're never going to include you.
You're not an angel. You're from hell. You're a devil.
Oh, Amanda already has taken that one. She showed up literally.
Amanda just plays one on TV.
Yes.
Laurel is a real.
But she at least, she owns it. Yeah. Laurel, I don't know. She's not going to own it.
Throwing thing or whatever the hell it was that they were
throwing
into the pictures. That was so stupid. I thought when she first said it, I thought it was going to be, you get to throw something at that person and then you get to ask them a question. Like if Tori hit Bananas, Tori would get to ask Bananas a question. Why are we taking fan questions? Like, nobody cares about that. That was so stupid. I was like, okay, when they started doing that. Like, we just need time filler here? What is the point in this?
My mind is still boggled by the fact of, why do we need 8 people from Era 1? They were gone like 4 episodes in.
Yeah.
Why do we need 8 of them?
We needed Tina.
CT's like, I ain't coming.
Yeah, CT was like.
Tina was the second to last that left, so she deserves to be there. She was there the longest out of everybody that was eliminated.
Having to listen to Nehemiah throw up in the back.
Why
didn't cut his mic? Why did they include that?
Yeah, why did they need that? Like, that was so strange that they included that.
Like,
that's why camera time he got though.
I'm sure he was real thrilled that they just kept showing him and had a video of him like camera on him in the back throwing
hunched over a bucket just throwing up. Like, why is this necessary?
This reunion could have been 1 hour long if they would have cut the freaking picture thing, and like it was so stupid, all of that stuff. And people were coming out and I was like, I forgot they were even on the show. Like, I mean, I don't know. So stupid.
It's like the Amanda thing only lasted like 5 minutes anyway.
Yeah.
It was just Devin talking shit about her, and then she came out and she was like, I just think Devin's a good actor and stuff like that. And it's Amanda having an opinion on stuff that she shouldn't have an opinion on.
Yeah, and then Corey on camera like throwing the water at her.
But Corey, man, you got no good responses. You literally lost an argument to Josh.
Okay, and Josh is so fucking obnoxious. Like, oh my God. Every time someone would do something, talk your shit, Amanda. Like, shut up. Sit down. My God, he is the he is the male Anissa. He thinks he's friends with everybody. He thinks that he should be everybody's number one. He's obnoxious. He thinks he's way better than he actually is. Like, just stop. I mean, and of course, Anissa had to cry. We can't have something without Anissa crying.
Nope. She's always got to cry her tears, and she feels very validated over them. But
yeah.
Why was Anissa here? She left after like an episode. We were
excited that they called Millionaire Mitchell back finally for All Stars 5, and I swear to God that's her punishment, is that they put her with Anissa. Yep. They're like, you can come back, but you have to be Anissa's partner.
They wanted Ashley to roast Anissa all season.
Oh God, I hope she does too.
I seen the trailer where she calls her a pick-me. She was like, friends with everybody is friends with no one.
That she's not wrong. I mean, I did love Bananas being like, this is my job. I leave the stuff that happens in the house, and when I leave, that doesn't affect my sir. You have a whole podcast where all you do is talk shit about these people all the time. What are you talking about?
All you do is act like a snipey little mean girl on your freaking podcast.
Like, what are you even talking about?
He has no self-aware. He either has no self-awareness.
That's why him and Laurel are friends.
Yeah, he believes his own bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, because those two are just like,
Those two are made for each other.
yeah. I did love him saying that he would pick Jenny over the other two if he had to pick one person from the Angels to, and he picked Jenny, and I was like, I know Rachel's over there like, how dare you? Like,
So we're supposed to be best friends now after
Yeah.
I hated you for years.
yeah.
I'm done with this season. I don't even care to watch the second.
No, I'm not.
part
I don't think
of
I'm
the
going to watch
reunion.
part 2.
Like
I don't think.
I just, that finale was so off-putting and so like,
terrible.
yeah, just again not rewarding as a viewer for me. I'm just like,
Yeah.
why are we doing this? Why are we deciding the challenge like this? I don't get it.
Well, next Wednesday, All Stars 5 premieres.
So that means next Tuesday, the final episode of FMC, we got to do an All-Star 5 draft.
Yeah, we'll do a draft, yes. And the final episode of FMC in the current format, which I don't even think Cher knows about this, so we're just like breaking this news.
Oh, you got to break
yeah.
the news to her? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Don't know
Sorry.
what you're talking about.
I'll tell you off air about everything
Okay.
that's happening. All right.
No, it would have been better if you told her on here, but okay.
Well, everything's been ruined on air by Steven Jensen anyway, apparently. So
So this season of All Stars 5 only has 10 guys and 16 girls.
Yes, the girls are going to dominate All-Stars, which I think they
Okay.
took the cue from All-Stars 4, where the girls dominated, and they were
Yeah.
just like, you know what? We're just going to go full throttle with it.
anything else from the challenge that you'd like to get off your chest or say about this terrible ass season?
Just awful.
Let me think.
We know you've got something to say.
Let me think. Josh sucks.
Yeah.
I thought Theo wanting to come to America to be with Olivia was cute. Banana sucks.
I thought her saying, I own a tattoo shop, so if I need to get it removed, I can. About her.
I was like, that's the first smart thing you've said in quite some time.
I
So
know. I was like, well, all right. Like,
there you go. There you have it. Yeah, and yeah, it's just it and it's nice. I do say it's very nice to see that Cara has friends again in the challenge.
Yeah.
That's the sweetest thing. Like I was watching her, she put up a reel on Instagram, and they had Devin do the national anthem at her and Paulie's boxing event, and then Devin and Michelle stayed with them in Montana. I was like, this is so nice. This is swell. I was like, I remember the days when no one liked Cara on the show.
yeah.
You know what the most surprising thing to me in this reunion truly was?
Oh, God.
Derek's look with the gray hair.
With the gray
Yes.
hair?
Yes,
Yeah.
I was like, "Who? Wait a second, who is this? Are we sure?"
Oh.
He was like, he finally got a check from the challenge. He's different now. All right.
Yeah.
I was
super happy for
completely
Derek,
thrown
though.
off seeing him. Good.
Yeah,
I
that was
was-
the person. That was the person I was most happy for.
I was very happy for him in that whole situation and everything. Like, he did really well, and I did not want Bananas to get second, so I was happy that Bananas got third too.
But of course, Bananas takes the victory. He's like, oh yeah, I'm just happy that Tori and Michelle got third and fourth place. Dude, you got third place. Michelle really got second place.
Yeah.
He was over there celebrating with Rachel and Jenny like he won. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, the only reason you got third is because Kylan was awful. Like,
Yeah.
Kylan can't swim. Yeah.
I did love the math thing though, when Bananas just had to sit there.
Yeah, he's like, I'm done.
forever.
Yeah.
Like, that was
To face
but I
Kylan,
loved
he's like, yeah.
Derek
He's
trying
like
to
a
be nice.
calculator.
Derek was trying to be nice to Michelle, and he was gonna let her, and she couldn't get it, and he was like, ugh, and just gave him the answer.
He's like 36. All right.
I was literally yelling the answers as they were
Me
doing
too.
it. I was like, how dumb are you people? Like,
Those
I was like, it's
were-
9 times 4. It's 36.
Those were relatively easy math questions
Yes.
too. Like
it
it was
like it was like long division or something.
Yeah,
like
yeah. It was just like a one parentheses question. That was it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it wasn't anything super difficult. Like, I didn't even think you truly needed the chalkboard. I don't think a lot of them even like used it. It's like,
No.
oh, this is pretty
Yeah.
easy on what you need to do. So, all right. Do you want to plug anything, Cher Delaware?
No.
SV3. Would you like to plug anything?
I like to plug our future reality television show, Fighting Reality, Fightful Reality. You guys should watch The Traders. Yes, that's going to be the name of the show. Is you guys should watch The Traders. And 90 minutes of 90 days. That's another one.
Oh,
boy.
Jesus.
Oh boy.
90 minutes of 90 days.
Feels
But
like a
yes,
bit much.
go over to the True Hill Heat YouTube channel. I'll be live there. Probably by myself because Romeo said he's not making it and he said he's going to find me a replacement, but I don't believe him because he doesn't wake up until like 12 noon. But yeah, I'll be there at 1:05 p.m. Eastern time. So check me out over there. Rated Raw review, reviewing last night's Monday Night Raw on Netflix. And yes, I probably will talk about the other show that I watched last night, but was on Twitter. I'll talk about that over there.
Oh, okay. I was like, okay, I'm sure about. All right, everybody. We'll be back next week for the final episode of FMC ever, the FMC finale,
Apparently.
where
The
it's gonna end in a tie. I've been collecting karma votes the entire run of this show, and we're gonna crown.
I think if anyone's winning via karma vote, it should be me.
It should be you. But that is amazing. We should get one final winner of FMC, and everyone in the chat has to give us a karma vote. Has to be like SP3 and a 1 through 5. You have to give us one number, each of us a number.
I think
and we're gonna
I should
tally
get
it
an
up.
extra 5 for Sean Ross Sapp's big mouth.
Fair. Honestly, can't even argue that. We'll be back next week, everybody. Bye, everyone.